Hello world, my name's Colin.
My name's Mark.
And we're from Accessible Board Gaming. Now Accessible Board Gaming, we're all about helping new players get into tabletop games of all types. But today we're going to be focused on Indomitus, a new box set from Games Workshop set in the universe of Warhammer 40,000.
Drum roll there.
So Mark, you're not so familiar with Warhammer, correct?
Very limited. No, I'm basically a newbie. I touched it a little bit many years ago, but this is going to be a new experience for me. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on.
And I'm very excited to take you through. There's been a lot
I'll let you lead the charge on this one because I'm going to be a bit clueless. Go ahead.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of buzz about this game on the internet that you're completely oblivious to.
I don't know.
But for those of you watching as well, hopefully this will be a bit different. You can see how you might take someone else through this box game, which you are probably like me, super passionate about. But yeah, there's been loads of pre-orders that then got at capacity in a matter of like 15 minutes. And then they did made to order. So yeah, pretty exciting for me to take a look inside that. So we won't waste too much time. Here we go. Whoa, pretty hefty, man. Feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting a lot of weight for your buck
More
at
than
least.
I'd expect from a board game. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's a nice box. I mean, it looks pretty impressive. You've got your Space Marines that are on the cover in big, who are, I mean, there's not really good guys in the grim darkness of the 40,000 years in the future.
40,000 for 40,000 years in the future.
Yes,
Got it. Okay.
yeah. And these are your Necrons, who are sort of
Skeletons.
like skeletons, but like evil, mechanoid, space Egyptian pharaoh death machines.
Totally, that's got it.
So, let's take a look inside.
Had to do that, right?
Good.
Little vibration going on there.
Yeah, it's got a special vibration opening setting.
Very good.
Okay, so first up, let's see what we got. Oh, we got this first. Bit of artwork. So this is what you're getting into in Warhammer. Loads of dudes preparing to kill each other.
Space Marines.
Yep, so these are your Space Marines.
So, okay.
So you got your chaplain over here, and then you got your ancient. So these are the kind of guys that you have in the box as well, which is quite cool.
Okay.
Then we're going to throw out. So this is quite nice. So around the edge, you've got actually painted versions of all the little models that you're getting inside of it. It's pretty cool. Nice touch.
Very good.
And then you have,
So these are all the, sorry, just...
yeah, these are all of these guys.
These are all the next ones that you've got.
Okay, so that's what you're aiming for, and this is what.
Oh, they're not just Terminators, yeah, they've got a massive range of them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, sorry.
All different sizes. You get like these small little like autonomous, brainless ones, and then you got the ones that are obviously a bit more. They're kind of leadership echelon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And these are like so different dynasties. So different factions within Necrons called dynasties.
Okay.
Different color schemes. It's quite cool.
Okay,
And
so
on this
you
side, I think
choose-
they got the same thing for the Space Marines.
Oh,
so different what they
okay.
call chapters. The Space Marines.
And you choose that when you're painting them then?
Yeah. So you can get in your paints, and what you do is you take these guys, chop them out, glue them together, and then paint them up to look however you choose. There you go. Take a look at that. So what have we done here? Wow, we got loads of them. So yeah, essentially these guys are your Space Marines from the Imperium of Man. Wow, there's a lot of these sprues. Ooh, grab that one. Nice. And then these are just your regular Xenos scum. Okay, I'm kidding, we need this.
So, sorry, Xenos. No,
Yes, Xenos is like a term in the lore for just generic aliens. I think it might actually come from like xenophobia and like humanity's fear of the evil alien. And it just attempts to kill all of them. Although Space Marines, no fear. So they do not fear the Necrons. Wow, okay, cool. Let's put all of these over here. We'll get back to these in a minute. Oh, got another one of these.
Okay, same again.
Oh yeah, same was the same one. I could have done like a Necron one. Like one Space Marine, one Necron. But that's
No pleasing some people. Okay, let's go.
So there's different bits inside the box as well. So we got more paperwork. Even in the grim darkness of the far future, there is also paperwork. There you go. Wow. So this
Wait a
one.
second.
Wow.
Someone's opened this box already. haven't they?
So due to the vagaries of the war, I have actually already taken a look through some of this
Oh yeah?
paperwork. So I'll talk you through what's in here. But first up, we've got the core rulebook, which is hefty. Pretty loud.
Very nice. Maybe I'll just like turn the volume up for this so that
make it even more definite.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite nice.
Pretty
so
heavy, right?
it's heavy. It's first impressions. Looks pretty. No, not shrouded by words. Just a pic. Hang on, that's not Necrons. Who's this?
So that is Abaddon the Despoiler, who leads the Black Legion. We're essentially Chaos Space Marines fighting the Imperium of Mankind. That's Robute Gilliman over there. It's a really nice bit of artwork. And
Space Marines?
Space Marines. Kind of the big head honcho, they call him a Primarch. So there's a lot of material.
Oh, that's hilarious. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. I see what you did there.
Yeah,
very
and
good.
paperwork.
And paperwork, very good, yes.
So it's, I think, 368 pages of content here. And it starts off going through just the basics of the hobby. So if someone is new that you're sharing the box with, say, it'll take them through the basics of collecting, and loads of beautiful photography of models painted by the heavy metal team, which are like the pros at Games Workshop.
Okay.
And then it will take you through a lot of the lore. And what's interesting, if you've got the older books as well, is it's not just rehashing of the same content. It's actually done quite differently. And it has these really nice little bits around specific war zones that are different to the 8th edition rulebook.
So, oh hello, that's nice. Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
Wow, bit
So
of for now.
Actually, probably shouldn't go through the whole thing on camera just in case you get any kind of
Don't want to get sued and
copywriting issues.
don't want to spend 5 hours on the video.
True. So,
Yeah, go right there.
so pretty hefty. First impressions.
Yeah, really beautiful stuff.
Feels like it might be quite a lot of work to get into.
Yeah, so it might be a bit overwhelming. I think it's a good point. With this box, I think the target audience is really people who have been into the game for a while. It's kind of like almost like a thank you or a love letter back to the serious fans. So loads of beautiful models. The value for the box compared to buying all this plastic separately, because Warhammer is essentially a game of buying incredibly expensive plastic. It's great value in the box. And great content, probably a little bit much for a very new game to get into. It's a lot of models. I think 61 models, I believe.
So this is cool. So this is like an IKEA how-to guide, or another well-known brand, not just IKEA, put together.
Another generic brand of
putting stuff together. So I used to play very small amount, but I do recognise the logo's changed.
The logo, yeah.
What's going on?
The logo's been updated as part of moving to this new edition, so 9th edition now. The game's been around for a long time, like 30 years or more. So they've gone through a lot of iterations. So the game now is sort of a polished version of it. But what they're doing now with the new edition, I guess, is kind of adding a few things to adjust the balance of the different factions and trying to make it a bit more streamlined. Although, even once you take out all the lore and kind of getting into the hobby stuff here, the rules that you get, it's still about like 28 pages, and you can download them separately on like a PDF, so you don't have to buy all
the
this.
full rules, you
just
do 28 pages. Okay.
The base rules to get you going. But what you got in this book is then data sheets and some information about the units themselves. So this is what you would need then to actually field these units. So base rules for the game, and specifically how you play these guys.
So to play the game, to put the guys together,
Yeah.
to play the individual guys.
Yeah. So it'll tell you the data sheets that have
Chopped
like
up.
movements and stats and stuff, special abilities, points values. Points values wise, I believe it's about 1,000 points
For each army.
for each army.
Can you play partial? So could I put together, let's say you and I are playing together, we put together some of these models each. Can we just play? Do we need to put them all together?
Yeah, you could just jump in. So there's sort of 3 structures for how to play the Games Workshop do, and that's really around kind of just open gaming, where you just put some models together and play, just quick for fun.
My kind of game.
And narrative gaming, where it's more like a storytelling experience. You can talk about the great crusade that one group take out, which is essentially what the Edge of Silence is about.
That's your kind of game?
Yeah, it's about Space Marines getting stuck into the Pariah Nexus and trying to stop the evil Necrons.
Colin loves his lore.
Love a good bit of storytelling. And then you have match play, and then your tournaments, which is the more serious competitive side of things.
That's not so much. That's actually just not so much the plan here at Accessible Board Game. It's not about the competition.
Yeah, we're more about like the fun, making it easy for people to get into, spending some quality time together.
So,
Very cool.
this is one of these very nice. Yes.
Last bit to cover it
Yeah,
up.
let's go through the rest of the box before I
It's the
throw
transfer
questions at you.
sheets.
Go ahead.
So this is just an extra bit. It's got quite a few factions. You got your Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Space Wolves, and Dark Angels. So there's these guys over here. So different chapters essentially. And you can just cut these, soak them in water, and stick them on the models.
And does it make any difference in terms of the playstyle?
Yeah, so the rules are all, Space Marines have kind of a base setting, and then the different factions have additional rules that go on top.
Okay, that's cool.
So you can have your Ultramarines who are your kind of straight-laced, serious, by-the-book guys, versus Space Wolves who are a bit more Vikings of the far future. So very cool.
I approve of that, yeah.
And then, it's nice, so they put this little thing in here, so it's all stuck together well, and hidden your bases behind that.
So what was that?
Smart. These are the bases. So that's where you stick your little bit.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, very cool. Back in there.
Good. Okay, so all makes lots of sense. Can I, if I were to have collected previous armies, if I were to collect, say, the last 10 years, can you play?
Yeah.
With the new ones?
Yeah, so the new edition, you can still play all the stuff you had in the past. You'll have all the rules of this, the rules are slightly changed from the 8th edition, but everything's still playable. So they have new codexes coming out. So codex is like a rule book for a specific faction. So Necrons will get one. Chaos Space Marines, like Abaddon's bros, will have their own codex coming out over time. But in the meantime, the old codexes are pretty much still viable.
Okay.
And they got an app as well, so you can get the app and it'll have all the rules as you go.
What an age
Pretty
we live
sweet.
in.
Yeah. Awesome, yeah.
There we go.
I'm first test is getting it all back in the box. So much of this stuff.
So, I don't know if to put you under pressure on this, but maybe do like a painting video when you're putting these together, or kind of a how-to, maybe a kind of get into painting, difficulties,
that's a great idea.
challenges, pitfalls, maybe, because I know you've been painting for many years.
Yeah, great idea. So I think I'll do exactly that. So we'll release some more videos that'll just take you through how you paint these guys and put them together. We can play some games. I can teach you how to play.
That'd be helpful. Yeah.
And we'll probably break that up into, when we do the rules, we'll take a view on what we think are the must-have rules for if you're playing somebody new.
Okay.
And what stuff's a bit more optional. But if you don't want to overwhelm a new player, because like I said, it can be a bit intense, all the rules. Which bits you pick as sort of the basis to play a game with.
So how, I was going to check on that, how would you introduce a new player? So if I was to be, or if you were trying to sell this on to someone who hasn't really played board games, someone who hasn't really got experience in this, how would you sell it? What is this, what is this pitch that you would give to them about this, about 140k, about Indomitus? How would you do that?
It's a good question. I think, to be frank, I probably wouldn't try and get someone completely new to board gaming into 40k as a first step, or even the other games. So they also have a game called Kill Team that's quite good. It's a smaller scale, tight kind of skirmish game. So we'll take you through that as well as a separate game.
Is that also Warhammer 40,000, is it?
Yeah, so same setting, but different rules and smaller numbers of units. Age of Sigmar is another universe. It's more kind of like extreme fantasy setting.
Wow. Okay.
I probably wouldn't take a new player through that first. I would give them something a little bit more small, bite-sized, traditional board game. But the guys who played that for a while and they're loving the tactical element and they want something that they can kind of make their own, because the painting side of things is a lot of fun. There's a great sense in terms of I painted this particular captain and now he's had his face blown off by a Necron because of a lucky dice roll. It means a little bit more when that guy goes down. That side of it's really, really fun.
Yeah.
And also people who've been into strategy video games and they want to, have a chance to actually hang out with people a bit more, because we get a bit trapped in our own little spaces playing online. I think those guys, that's true, where you want to bring into this type of gaming. And
I have a soft spot for physical board gaming, for in-person interactions. So I've always been a fan of that kind of thing over video games where possible. So.
Yeah, and that's really where we're going to be focusing at Accessible Board Gaming.
Yeah. No, not a big video gaming fan here. We're not talking about that. We're looking at card games and board games, at Warhammer. So I guess models, miniature models, this kind of stuff. But not just Warhammer. We'll do the whole range, the whole gambit. I think some things I'll have more experience in. I'll run you through it.
Yeah.
You can unbox these kind of things where I have basically no experience whatsoever.
Yeah. So if you're curious to see a bit more about what this looks like once you put it together, or if you're curious about other board games, either yourself, you're an avid player and you love hearing about this kind of content, or if you're new and you're trying to figure out, we'll have a lot of how-to videos. or if you're trying to bring someone new into the game. That's the areas that we're really focused on. If you want to hear more, hit the subscribe button below. You can hit the bell icon, so when we start releasing some of those new videos, you'll hear about them. But also, really want to hear from you. So if you have some answers to some of the questions Mark gave me that I missed some stuff out on, let us know below. If there's other cool stuff you spotted when you were going through the box that maybe we missed, let us know as well.
I have one more question. What's Indomitus mean on this?
I think it means unbreakable.
Just going to throw you under the bus in terms of your Latin knowledge.
I'm probably lying. What is Indomitus?
No idea. I guess some kind of indomitable will, but I have no idea.
Well, hopefully one of you knows what Indomitus means, and let us know in the comments. That would be awesome.
Excellent. I mean, that's actually pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to trying it out, and we'll come back with the painting, with everything else. Keep you guys updated. So I guess thanks so much for watching. Anything else you want to close out?
Thanks. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Colin.
I'm Mark.
And this is Accessible Board Game.
Until next time.